Look, we have made some progress already. I was proud to help lead the fight in Congress that led to the most sweeping ethics reforms since Watergate. But Washington has a long way to go, and it won't be easy. That's why we'll have to set priorities. We'll have to make hard choices. And although government will play a crucial role in bringing about the changes that we need, more money and programs alone will not get us to where we need to go. Each of us, in our own lives, will have to accept responsibility for instilling an ethic of achievement in our children, for adapting to a more competitive economy. For strengthening our communities, and sharing some measure of sacrifice. So let us begin. Let us begin this hard work together. Let us transform this nation. Let us be the generation that reshapes our economy to compete in the digital age. Let's set high standards for our schools and give them the resources they need to succeed. Let's recruit a new army of teachers. And give them better pay and more support in exchange for more accountability. Let's make college more affordable, and let's invest in scientific research. And let's lay down broadband lines through the heart of inner cities and rural towns all across America. We can do that. And as our economy changes, let's be the generation that ensures our nation's workers are sharing in our prosperity. Let's protect the hard-earned benefits their companies have promised. Let's make it possible for hard-working Americans to save for retirement. Let's allow our unions and their organizers to lift up this country's middle class again. We can do that. Let's be the generation that ends poverty in America. Every single person willing to work should be able to get job training that leads to a job. And earn a living wage that can pay the bills. And afford child care so their kids can have a safe place to go when they work. We can do this. And let's be the generation that finally, after all these years, tackles our healthcare crisis. We can control costs by focusing on prevention. By providing better treatment to the chronically ill, and using technology to cut the bureaucracy. Let's be the generation that says right here, right now. We will have universal health care in America by the end of the next president's first term. We can do that. Let's be the generation that finally frees America from the tyranny of oil. We can harness homegrown, alternative fuels like ethanol and spur the production of more fuel-efficient cars. We can set up a system for capping greenhouse gases. We can turn this crisis of global warming into a moment of opportunity for innovation. And job creation, and an incentive for businesses that will serve as a model for the world. Let's be the generation that makes future generations proud of what we did here. Most of all, let's be the generation that never forgets what happened on that September day and confront the terrorists with everything we've got. Politics doesn't have to divide us on this anymore. We can work together to keep our country safe. I've worked with the Republican Senator Dick Lugar to pass a law that will secure and destroy some of the world's deadliest weapons. We can work together to track down terrorists with a stronger military. We can tighten the net around their finances. We can improve our intelligence capabilities and finally get Homeland Security right. But let's also understand that ultimate victory against our enemies will only come by rebuilding our alliances and exporting those ideals that bring hope and opportunity to millions of people around the globe. We can do those things. But all of this cannot come to pass until we bring an end to this war in Iraq. Most of you know that I opposed this war from the start. I thought it was a tragic mistake. Today we grieve for the families who have lost loved ones. The hearts that have been broken, and the young lives that could have been. America, it is time to start bringing our troops home. It's time to admit that no amount of American lives can resolve the political disagreement that lies at the heart of someone else's civil war. That's why I have a plan that will bring our combat troops home by March of 2008. Letting the Iraqis know that we will not be there forever is our last. Best hope to pressure the Sunni and Shia to come to the table and find peace. And there's one other thing, that it's not too late to get right about this war. And that is the homecoming of the men and women, our veterans, who have sacrificed the most. Let us Honor their courage by providing the care they need and rebuilding the military they love. Let us be the generation that begins that work. I know there are those who don't believe we can do all these things. I understand the skepticism. After all, every 4 years. Candidates from both parties make similar promises, and I expect this year will be no different. All of us running for president will travel around the country offering 10-point plans and making grand. Speeches. All of us will trumpet those qualities we believe make us uniquely qualified to lead this country. But too many times, after the election is over, and the confetti is swept away, all those promises fade from memory, and the lobbyists and special interests move in. And people turn away, disappointed as before, left to struggle on their own. That's why this campaign can't only be about me. It must be about us. It must be about what we can do together. This campaign must be the occasion, the vehicle, of your hopes, and your dreams. It will take your time. Your energy, and your advice to push us forward when we're doing right, and let us know when we're not. This campaign has to be about reclaiming the meaning of citizenship, restoring our sense of common purpose. And realizing that few obstacles can withstand the power of millions of voices calling for change. By ourselves, this change will not happen. Divided, we are bound to fail. But the life of a tall, gangly, self-made Springfield lawyer tells us that a different future is possible. He tells us that there is power in words. He tells us that there's power in conviction. That beneath all the differences of race and region, faith and station, we are one people. He tells us that there's power in hope. As Lincoln organized the forces arrayed against slavery, he was heard to say this, of strange, discordant. And even hostile elements, we gathered from the four winds, and formed and fought to battle through. Superscript 1. That is our purpose here today. That is why I am in this race, not just to hold an office, but to gather with you to transform a nation. I want to win that next battle for justice and opportunity. I want to win that next battle for better schools, and better jobs, and better health care for all. I want us to take up the unfinished business of perfecting our union, and building a better America. And if you will join with me in this improbable quest, if you feel destiny calling, and see as I see. The future of endless possibilities stretching out before us. If you sense, as I sense. That the time is now to shake off our slumber, and slough off our fears, and make good on the debt we owe past and future generations. Then I am ready to take up the cause, and march with you, and work with you today. Together we can finish the work that needs to be done, and usher in a new birth of freedom on this earth. Thank you very much everybody, let's get to work. I love you. Thank you. Superscript 1 Abraham Lincoln, A House Divided. Barack Obama. Press conference announcing Commerce Secretary designate. Delivered December 3, 2008, Chicago, Illinois. Morning, everybody. Last week, Vice President-elect Biden and I began the process of announcing our economic team. Today, we are pleased to name another key member of this team. Our nominee for Secretary of Commerce, my great friend, Governor Bill Richardson. With each passing day, the work our team has begun, developing plans to revive our economy, becomes more urgent. Earlier this week, we learned that the U.S. economy has been in recession since December of 2007 and that our manufacturing output is at a 26-year low, two stark reminders of the magnitude of the challenges we face. But while I know rebuilding our economy won't be easy and it won't be happen overnight, I also know this, that right now, somewhere in America, a small business is at work with the next big idea. A scientist is on the cusp of the next big breakthrough discovery. An entrepreneur is sketching plans for the startup that will revolutionize an industry. Right now, across America, the finest products in the world are rolling off our assembly lines. And the proudest, most determined, most productive workers in the world are on the job some. Already on their second shift of the day. Many, putting in longer hours than ever before.